Hello, hello. Welcome to Brewed in Monmouth with Kate and Doreen, a special Valentine's Day edition.
Yes. We're going to coin this one a Palentine edition. My girlfriend came up with that one last night. It's better than Galentine, right? Like, we're all pals. And you guys are all our pals, too.
Yeah, it's a little awkward sometimes on Valentine's Day. Like if someone had a recent breakup or it's just the worst. It's a bad reminder.
It is.
But now it's so commercialized. You can go get yourself a massage, do whatever you want.
You can do whatever you want is right.
Just in the name of self-care. So
I think self-care is very important. You know, I always fall back on what they tell you on the airplane, and you were just on an airplane, so you'll remember this. You take your oxygen first.
Oh, yes.
And then you help the person next to you. And when that like finally hit me one day, I was like, wow, that is like the essence to living life. You know, because you have to take care of yourself in every way possible, whether it's skin, hair, getting massages and relaxing, working out.
Yeah.
Eating right. That's all really important.
If I don't work out, I'm an ogre. I have no I got to get all that extra energy out of my body in the morning.
I'm kind of the opposite. I'll probably be an ogre if I do work out. But unless it's something I really, really love, which I think we touched on last time, right? When I was doing the kickboxing, I was so dedicated to that. And but
those workout packages are great gifts for Valentine's Day, though.
That is a great idea. You know what? My husband and I, what are we, 31 years now? Almost 31 years. We don't even do Valentine's Day anymore. It's like for Hallmark. It's like, I love you, you love me. It doesn't matter what the day is. And I don't need overpriced flowers. And we never go out to dinner on Valentine's night.
No, it's an amateur night.
Totally. Not our thing.
So you cooking home today?
Well, no, actually, but we're not going out. My daughter's coming in from school for the weekend, and she requested Genga, which is a really great Asian restaurant that we love in Matawan. But my husband will order it and bring it home, and we'll eat it at the house, which is nice. But what we usually do do your kids like raviolis?
No.
So my husband sells Antonio's is his ravioli maker, and they make the red heart raviolis. So that's been our traditional Valentine's dinner with the girls for, I don't know, forever.
Yeah.
So we always had them that night, and they're so good. They're fresh, and they're just, they melt in your mouth. They're delicious.
People really, I don't know if you found this when your kids were little, but people really overdo these kinds of things. I saw this morning people doing balloon arches with XOXO and all the, come on, it's not Christmas. It's Valentine's Day.
It's insane. I am so glad my girls are older, and I'm so out of that because it was just crazy. I just remember the Elf on the Shelf?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So we were a little late with that. I got it when my youngest was young. So my older one and my middle one didn't really have that, Danielle and Nicolette. But anyway, we all kind of got into it. But it was more than just moving him around. It was more than he's just watching you. It became hanging from the ceiling, the mess of the Cheerios. Like, why would I want to wake up to that every morning?
Oh, I know.
The powdered sugar or the flour or whatever it was around the cookies. Like, why would I purposely make a mess in my kitchen just to be funny?
I just move it.
We just moved it too. I still actually put it out for them.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you move it?
Sometimes I do, more as like a joke, but they're away at school or they're just living out of state. So when they come home, I do like to put it around. And then I wait to see if they even notice it because, it's kind of funny they're 25, 22 and, 28. So it's interesting to see how they react to it now.
We should come up with a Valentine's Day one, like a Valentine's Day elf.
Wow, a Valentine's Day. What would it be, though? We have a boy and a girl.
And he's watching Mommy and Daddy.
Yeah, like a head on a heart. Watching Mommy and Daddy, yeah. Let's see if the honeymoon's over or not. What can we learn?
Oh, kids will tell you. They totally will tell you. They're always looking. My daughter's friends come over, and they'll be like, my Mommy and Daddy don't sleep in the same room anymore. I'm like, okay.
How old is Audrey?
7.
Wow.
So they want to be mature.
Says?
Well,
Wow.
They just make these comments that are
they
so
do.
innocent, but I'm like, ooh.
The teachers used to always say that they know more about us than we even know about us because kids don't hold back. They just speak the truth, and it just is what it is.
I forgot to sign Audrey's homework for a whole 7 days. I think they're going to call the social worker on me. I look at it, but then I just forget to sign the form. I'm not a details person, as we were just saying.
It's so annoying. I know. It's like, she did a homework. What do I have to sign it for?
I know.
Right? Like, unless my kid's like, a crazy, problem, always, not doing his homework or something. What do I trust him. That's you. You own if you're doing that homework or not. You want to turn in a crappy piece of homework, you're going to pay the price for that. My girls didn't do that. They were always really good.
Yeah, Audra's good too. She actually told me the other day she wanted me to be a more serious parent, which I get because I'm.
How are you not serious? What? Give me an example.
She'll come home and she'll be like, "Oh, I got in trouble for talking today. I'm such a bad kid." I'm like, "It's no big deal. Don't worry about it." And she'll be like, "What do you mean?" Like she wants consequences, and I'm like, "Audrey, life. There's a lot of things that happen. These are really small things. I did it. It's not a small thing."
Aww.
And then the other day I said, "I'm gonna write your teacher a note. I'm gonna tell her that you're allowed to talk in class." "No, mommy, you can't do that. I'll get in so much trouble. I need a serious parent."
Oh, Audrey, no, you need to relax, honey. You're sweating the small stuff at too young of an age.
Oh, I know.
7? Yeah, no. She doesn't need that.
I'm not a rule follower. Her father is, though. Speaking of her father, he's the worst gift giver ever. So we also
Is
don't.
he?
Oh, yeah. We don't exchange presents anymore. He is affectionately known by me as Charlie Brown because he tries so hard, but always messes it up.
Do you think that's like a male thing? Because my husband sucks too. I'm like, please do not buy me anything. Just give me the money. Trust me, I know what I want. Let me take care of it. You suck. I'm sorry. I love you, but he's horrible. The girls know it. Everybody knows it. And this year he did try really, really hard. And he did. He got me a beautiful pair of earrings and cool boots. But normally, no. He actually bought me a card. I wish I could remember exactly what it said, but it was the funniest card, and it was not from a husband to a wife. It was more from a wife to a wife, which is fine, but it wasn't our relationship, and it was like
it's the details. It's that he
it's
missed
the
the
details. It was like a woman like me can love a woman like you.
And then you're like, Gene, did you even read it?
The funny thing is, you know how like your mind can read like every other word type of a thing, or your mind can make sense of some phrase that's like all mangled and everything, just because like our brains are trained to do that. We can see through it. So he obviously read the card, bought it. I read it, and I was like, oh, that's so sweet. And then my girls are reading it, and they're like, hello, did any of you read this card? Do you know what this says? And then once we saw it, we were just laughing so hard. It was so funny. So now we don't even do cards.
Yeah.
Don't even do cards.
It's like he'll listen to me, and he'll do almost the right thing. Like, I really wanted those UGG. I want to pretend like I'm a Gen Xer, I guess, or Gen Z.
I love Uggs. I'm still
a fan. But the Uggs with the big platform heels.
Okay, that is. My 22-year-old got them this year.
Yeah, well, I'm short. I like the gravitas of being tall. Anyway, he got me lime green ones. I didn't like, where did you even get these? I think they were probably like $5 cheaper on Amazon or something. He's like,
lime green.
Lime green.
What did you do with that?
I returned them and I got what I wanted.
Oh,
But when I was younger and I first, I used to be like, oh, he doesn't. I don't know why. I think it's just because the movies or something. I used to associate like commercialism with the wrong things. But now I'm like, it's the thought that counts. And I know it's going to be wrong. And I know I'll have more to talk about in the podcast.
That is true. But then you know what? If my husband really knew me, it would just be, well, he did make me a cup of coffee this morning. So that was really very nice. Just like buy me an iced tea or something. That would make me so happy.
Oh, yeah.
Like the little things like that. It's the devil's always in the details. Men, I think, really need to learn to pay attention to the details a little bit more.
I'm not really a detail person either, though.
No, but I wouldn't buy you or my husband lime shoes.
No, but I just think that's just knowing. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Was they the only ones left? Like, did he buy them the day before? The morning of?
Maybe.
Did he go to Goodwill for them? Like, where would you even find...
No, they might look good on a 22-year-old. Who knows? But I mean, I'm already
I got my daughter the black ones.
40,
yeah, no,
wearing them, and then I'm not going to be wearing the lime green ones.
No, I would stick to the black or the chestnut. What other gifts did he get you? Crazy gifts.
Oh, I really probably should have prepared for this a little bit more. I can't think of. There's some bad ones. It'll come to me. It's just always like a little bit off of what I really wanted. Lots of like heart jewelry. I'm like, no, that's not me. That kind of stuff.
Trying to be romantic.
Yeah.
I think it's really important to.
Actually, I have a good one. So when I wanted to get engaged really young because we've been together for 17 years, and we moved in together right away, and my parents were all up in arms, and I really wanted to get engaged, so Mommy and Daddy would be happy.
Yes.
So he went for some holiday, my birthday or something, and bought me a necklace in like a very small box. I was like 23 years old. I'm really glad it worked out because I understand why. His parents were like, don't get married, you're too young. My parents were like, don't move in with him. So it was a lot of stress. So I marched him back. We lived in the city at the time. I opened the box. I was like, I don't want this. Like, no, I'm gonna sound like such a brat. I was like, I don't want this. This is not what I want. I made him take it back. I took him on the subway with me like this the entire way, just miserable, and made him take it back. I think
Wow, that's love.
we got engaged like 3 years. He should have ran.
But he didn't. He loved you for so many other reasons.
Oh, I'm so much better now than I was then. Oh God, you're just
How old were you?
23. Because you just, I don't know. You have these ideas in your head, and then when you're immature,
You're like, you
don't
just
even
wasted your money. I don't want this.
Yeah.
It's not me. Like, don't you know who I am? Don't you know who I am? Okay, maybe not so early on, but now after you're together now 17 years?
Yeah.
Now after 17 years or 30.
None of that stuff matters to me anymore. It's not really that.
Oh, no, it still
yeah.
pisses me off when he does things. I'm like, hello, why do you think I would like that? Yeah, no, seriously.
The thing that really gets me now is when he goes in my car. He's very tall, and I'm very short, and he moves everything around just to
that's
pull
the
my car
worst.
out of the driveway. I'm like,
I'm like, figure it out, wing it.
just wing it. You don't. You can
Or
move
don't
back a
do
little
it.
bit. Why do you have to move every mirror just to back out of the driveway?
know.
We live on a very quiet street.
I hate when people move the seat in my car. My mother's really short. If I had to drive her car, I'm literally like, that little old lady, because it's just not worth moving it and trying to get it back for them, because I know how much I hate when I have to move my seat and my mirrors and everything. It's like, really? Just don't drive my car.
Yeah. And now you just look at that.
It's
console
annoying to
anyway.
get it back in the same position. It's
Yeah.
like, the back's not right, that this is not high. I don't know. It's so annoying.
It really could throw me into a rage.
And then the steering wheel can move. It's a lot to keep it all
keep it how you want it. Your
yeah,
preferences.
comfortable. I know. He also does that with my pillows, though. He'll squish the pillows till there's like nothing left in them. And I'm like, oh, really? Do you know how hard it is to buy pillows today? Anyway, don't touch my stuff. That's my rule.
Yeah, I mean, well, we'll see after this Valentine's Day. The worst gift giving guide.
Yeah, I know. Well, we're easy. We don't even do them anymore. It's just a hug and a kiss. I love you. Everything's great. Yep, thanks for it all.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, thanks so much.
Yeah.
Now
Too
it's
funny.
now it's about the kids, which is how we wanted it. So, so what other plans do you have this weekend?
We have my daughters coming in this weekend. We're going to do some school visits for her, and then I'm actually off to LA again on Tuesday.
Oh, nice.
I had promised a trip with my daughter who lives out there. We would just do something fun for a couple of days because LA's kind of far. She's only 25, so I like to visit her. So we're actually going to Palm Springs, and we're going to see the Joshua Tree. Never been to either.
Cool.
Have you?
No, I've never been out there.
Yeah. So, I'm just going to fly into LAX, and then we'll drive there. I think it'll be a pretty drive out there, from what I heard, through the desert. But I think the Joshua Tree is kind of like a nice, little, healing, natural something or other. We got reservations at a couple of good restaurants, and we're staying at a pretty hotel. And it'll just be kind of nice to just drive around, see Palm Springs, see all those.
The weather will be nice.
Actually, it's cold.
Really?
Yeah, it's like 60 degrees. Not cold, but it's not. I have to repack because what I was
picturing
mentally
warm.
packing in my head, I was going very spring. She's like, no, it's cold. LA is weird. It was just pouring rain again all day yesterday. They're worried about the mudslides.
I saw that.
Yeah, she's still sleeping, so I don't know if they have them or not. But yeah, the whole world is just like, the whole thing is just kind of tilted. I don't know what's going on.
I was recently on vacation in Turks and Caicos, and we woke up to a tsunami warning.
Tsunami. You know what, Kate? I saw that come across my phone, and I was just like, where is Turks and Caicos compared to where the tsunami is? Because, of course, you just go back to the horrible, horrible thing that happened in Indonesia so many years ago. And I had to find it on Google Maps. And you looked kind of far enough
Yeah.
away, so I was able to breathe.
We were 600 miles out, something like that.
But that's so scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God it never happened. That's a big earthquake, 7.8.
Huge. And I was surprised that I didn't see any follow-up if there were any aftershocks. I don't know if there were or not, but maybe they were small enough and far enough away that there were no land masses that would be affected.
Turks and Caicos would be the worst place to be, too, because there's no hills. It's not like Puerto Rico where you've got mountains to go up to. I mean, you are flat. It is truly a desert island.
Scariest thing. I don't know if I'm more scared of water or fire.
Oh,
but
fire.
don't tell me how Turks and Caicos
we're getting
was.
heavy again.
I know. We're not getting heavy. We're staying light. We went to Turks and Caicos, I don't know, many years ago. We stayed at beaches.
That's where we were.
You were?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Because they have the babysitting.
They love it.
Yep. We're still at the bar at 10 a.m. every morning, though. Just talking about not wanting to sound like an alcoholic. So, it's fun. Those drinks, though, they must water them down because I had to have like 15 of them every day and I was fine.
Okay, so I literally just had this conversation with a friend of mine. We were out to dinner last night. We went to Locale. How did he say it? I don't know. It's heavy on the E. Anyway, we were having really good drinks and like nothing, like not even like a buzz, like nothing. And I was like, am I becoming an alcoholic because I don't even taste the alcohol anymore? Or I'm becoming like immune to it? You know how like your taste buds just like die off as you get older or something? I was like, is this a scary sign? And him and my husband went into this whole big thing about how bars are being so more specific with their pour.
Oh.
Like there's machines that weigh the bottle and tell you how many drinks should be made out of it. And
Really?
Yeah, if you're like over or under, manager's going to yell at the bartenders because they can't give you a heavy pour anymore. I don't think there's any. I was like, I think they're either watering down the alcohol or, I don't know. It was a really good drink, but it was more, I couldn't even taste.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even remember if it was vodka or gin that was in the drink last night. But it did absolutely nothing for me. And sadly, I was out the night before, too, at Mabel over here in Bellworks with two really good friends of mine. And I had two of those little swan dives. Literally, the cup is like this big, like short little cups. But again, like nothing. And I was like, wow. But which is a good thing because, one, I'm not an alcoholic. Two, I don't want to become an alcoholic. And I don't want to wake up with hangover.
I know, that's the scariest thing.
Yeah, that is
getting
scary.
older.
Especially with mixed drinks. But, yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Well, I say that, and then I was very good the whole trip. I was in bed by 9:30, blah, blah, blah. Then the last day, my best friend and I were like, let's go to the casino. So we left the property, went to the Ritz to the casino, and, of course, that was the last day. So yesterday I was dragging. So you have a nice week-long vacation. Actually, business was great. Like I had consistent calls, but no emergencies, which never, ever happens in real estate when you're on vacation.
No, it's literally Murphy's Law. You book a vacation, the minute you walk in on the plane, it's like bing, bing, bing.
Yeah, you have a huge opportunity. I need to see you tomorrow. But nope, none of that happened.
Good.
But I did come back dragging yesterday, so.
Well, you have a beautiful tan.
Oh, thank you.
So I'm glad you went. You need to recharge.
Yeah.
You look nice, relaxed, and happy, and
We'll
healthy.
see.
And
we'll see how long it lasts.
Great family time with the kids, which is just so. I know you probably want time alone with just you and Joe, but enjoy having those kids around the table because it goes really, really fast. And their little giggles and their little sand everywhere where you didn't even think sand can go.
They're about the biting and the hitting.
Moments.
Do they still do that?
No, I had girls. My girls didn't do that. I'm very partial to girls, but I don't know. Boys, I don't know.
Yeah. I have one who's so sweet and the other one is so wild. It's funny. It really is.
I think the gene pool, the DNA pool, is mind-boggling. You could have you and Joe exactly this, a little more mature maybe, but you know what I mean? Like you're raising the kids in the same house, they're eating the same food, they're doing the same thing, all three of them.
Totally different.
Right?
Yeah.
My girls they kind of look a little bit alike, but sometimes they're all just so physically different, personalities, 1,000% different. I love you all, though. You're really great personalities. I love each and every one of you. But I literally learned I had to speak like 3 different languages to get 3 of them to do the same thing because they just heard it differently. They reacted to it differently.
I get notes home from the teachers for Audrey and my middle one, Henry, and they're like, oh, they're just angels. We love them. The third one, the teacher, sat me down and was like, the poor woman, Mrs. Lynch, we love you. You do a great job. But she's like, he's the ringleader. I have 12 boys in this class. They're all 3, and he's the ringleader.
Wow.
And then yesterday, we're at the Valentine's Day concert. She gives him a horn. He's just blowing the horn, kicking the thing over. He's just a wild man. Goes to the recital, Christmas, says poop in the microphone.
Oh, my God.
Sees the microphone. I just see his eyes light up like, yeah. Yes, I got it. And he takes a beeline right for it. And my other 2 wouldn't be caught dead doing that.
That's so funny. So who is he? You or Joe?
Oh, me.
That's funny. Audrey and Henry are more buttoned up.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I don't know. I couldn't break down my three. I think they're a little bit of both. You're all three the best of both of us. How's that?
Oh, that's nice.
I do. I love my girls. They're really great. But they're really very different. My young one was, it took her a really long time to realize that, the umbilical cord was cut and she was not still attached to me.
Which one is this one?
Jillian, my youngest.
Oh.
She was always on my hip. She dropped out of preschool at the age of 3, refused to go back, literally was proud to be a preschool dropout. We have that on video. She came home one day. One of the teachers called her like a little rascal or something. She was very, very upset about that. And of course, I went mama bear on that teacher, that lunch aide or whatever she was. This was like kindergarten or first grade. But I was like, how dare you? Because she really took it to heart. She was like so upset. I felt really, really bad.
Oh, you could do that to Charlie. I'll tell him. No, I'm going to get that I'm a child abuser, but I'll be like, you're going up for adoption if you don't behave. And he'll be like, oh, sorry. And then he just does it again.
That's so. How old is he?
3. Oh, he's crazy.
He even knows he could process what adoption is?
And then he knows you live with another nice family. And then he'll shake his little tush, too. He loves to dance. And then when we were on vacation in Turks and Caicos, he could be like, hey, man, can I have another Coke? I mean, just a lot of confidence for a 3-year-old.
That's so funny. It's like if you were to take your 3 kids and picture them in a bar together, who would be dancing on the bar? Who would be telling that person not to dance on the bar and having, like a ginger ale? And who would be, what would the other person be? Like, I don't know, making sure everything is like lined up and perfect and the pours are all the same. I don't know, like that like perfect type person.
Yeah.
Like, would you be able to name who would be who?
The perfect type person would definitely be the oldest.
Agreed, 100%. On an Excel spreadsheet telling everybody what we're doing.
It's a little different because I have a girl and 2 boys, so I always think about that, and they're all close in age too. I'm like, are they all going to date each other's friends? Like, that could happen.
That could very well
4
happen.
years,
That could very well happen, and I will go off on a tangent here and tell you that my best friend in sophomore year in high school wound up marrying my brother. They started dating 3 months after we met. Married now, 30-something years. My husband was good friends with my cousin and my brother. We got married. My brother and his wife, they were just friends through school and everything. And then my younger brother met his wife at college. But 2 of us married up, friends of the family, so to speak.
Yeah.
So they might.
Yeah, it could happen.
Audrey
so
and
the
Henry,
annoying little
how?
brother, 2 years.
Yeah.
The annoying little brother could turn out to be one of your husbands.
But he would be fun. He would take all that energy and make life just really, really fun. So he'll probably wind up marrying like a very serious person, and he's just going to break it down.
Henry's very serious. The middle one is, and then
so
they're
he'll
4 years apart.
he'll marry the goofball. Opposites attract.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
you kind of morph into each other after a while, though, a little bit. At least I do.
Yeah, I know. Well, my husband is the jokester. He's always. Everything's always a joke. I know, but not after 32 years. I'm like, really? I just want to just answer the question or tell the story. I just cut to the chase. I don't need it to be funny. Just tell me what's going on. And I'm actually more funny, but I'm more like that serious, get you from behind funny.
Yeah.
He's different. But I crack myself up all the time. I'm my best audience.
I talk to myself. Which is why I'm in front of a microphone now, I guess.
Do you really?
I do.
Like
talk
out
to myself.
loud?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's crazy.
In the house by myself, I'll be like, oh, did I do that? Did I blah, blah, blah? I'll
Really? Not just in your head? Like it literally comes out of the mouth? Mm-hmm. Wow. Kate, that's scary. No wonder Joe is so serious. He's afraid when he married. Like poltergeist?
No, it's more like I'm like running around so much, I don't finish anything. I don't know if it's like ADD that I'm undiagnosed or if it's just that I have a lot going on.
You have a lot going on. You're in the thick of it. You have an amazing career. You have an amazing podcast. And you have 3 little kids.
Yeah.
And a husband. And a house. Pets.
No, I got rid of the dog.
Okay, good.
I gave it to my dad.
That was
And my
nice,
dad's the best thing for him. We're never home.
Yeah.
We had him for 9 years. And then,
wow.
And every year he'd get more aggressive because there'd be another kid, and the kid it was just less and less attention. So he's better with my dad. They sit on the couch, they hang out all the time. He takes it everywhere.
It's the best companion for a older person.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's that unconditional love. They're there. You're petting them. It's really a beautiful, beautiful relationship. I mean, anybody can have a beautiful
And we
relationship
still see
with
him
their
all the
dog,
time,
but
which is nice. It's not like I rehomed him. I
Right.
sort of rehomed him, but when
Yeah.
they go away, he comes and stays with us and stuff.
yeah, pets are great.
They are. You have a good dog too, right?
No, she passed away. It's very, very, very sad. She wound up with cancer, and she had tumors like the size of the. Oh, it was so sad. It broke my heart. Death is hard, but that one was really, really hard. I would hear she was a little 10-pound jockey, and for weeks, if not months afterwards, I would always like hear her like in my head, just like she would sleep with me in bed, and you know when you wake up and you throw the covers over, I would like it took me a while. I would always want to make sure I wasn't like hitting her with the covers, you know what I mean? And it's like these habits. But my dog, I loved her. She was at my feet all the time. I literally spent more time with her than my husband or the kids because they went to school or work or whatever. She was always there. So that was a heartbreaker. That hit me so much harder than I thought it was going to hit me.
Yeah.
Because you just hear it. I remember like waking up in the morning sometimes and like, you know, bopping out of bed, going downstairs for coffee or tea or whatever. And I'd be like, come on, Lex. You know what I mean? Or coming out of the house, she would come with me to a lot of stores and stuff.
Yeah,
and,
because when they're little like that, they can just travel with
she
you.
was in my pocketbook.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My girls used to yell at me because I used to try to like go into the supermarket with her or whatever. I was like, I'm just getting milk and eggs or whatever it was. I'll be 3 minutes. No one's going to see her. She's in my bag.
Puppies are a big Valentine's Day present. I
Really?
can't imagine gifting it. Talk about
No.
men. You don't gift an animal to someone.
Your husband did that one?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
No, you don't gift an animal. I don't think you gift an animal, period.
Yeah.
We got a goldfish once from a birthday party, and I was like, really? This stupid little goldfish is now going to cost me so much money because now I have to go get a fish tank, water, decorations,
And then
build a house.
Replace it constantly when they die.
Yeah, it did die on us, too.
Fast?
Well, you know what? Then we felt bad that it was only one fish, so then we went and we bought other fish, but we were buying fish that was eating the other fish. What are they called? I don't know. Fish eaters. Yeah, it became a nightmare, and
We always watch my neighbor's fish when they go away. They have, and we always forget to feed it. So we're really, let's see if they listen to the podcast. We never feed your fish when you go away. But it always is alive. Well, we do feed
somehow might be a little swollen.
We do
Water
feed it,
might be a little dirty,
but not as often as they tell us to. We're always like, damn it, the fish.
You need like a reminder on your phone. Oh gosh, fish are fun, but they're a lot of work for like very little return. They don't do
Agreed.
anything.
Yeah, they're not snuggling up to you at night. That's
Nope.
for sure.
Nope.
Well, on that note, we should conclude our Valentine's Day podcast.
Yeah, it was. I wish everybody. I hope everybody had a wonderful Valentine's. We
No
sure
lime
did.
green Uggs for anyone.
No, gift cards.
Yeah.
Cash is key. Cash is golden. What's the saying?
Cash is king.
Cash is king. Yeah, so I do. I hope you had a fun time with the kids and your husband and your dad, right?
And we'll see you next time.
We will.